Hi guys,
Hello people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching Sopranos.
Episode 9. Apparently titled Boca, like mouth.
Like mouth?
Boca Spanish. I don't know. I went with
Oh,
Spanish.
okay.
Because I don't know what this could be in English at all.
Could be something Italian.
Could be Serbian, bozza. Oh my god, actually it might be, but like Italian and Spanish have some similar words. Like maybe that's Italian for
they have
mouth. Anyways, I mean we'll find out in this episode what the fuck it means. Couldn't be more excited. Last episode is the best of the season. Could be. Was the one before that? Also could be. I don't know.
Oh to me I think it's still the one previous, like the one
7.
before that. Yeah, 7.
Again,
just because right now I enjoy everything. I enjoy the one before that as well. I enjoyed now with the last episode with Chris as well. I enjoy all of them. And like your comments just make me more excited
me
with everything.
too.
Just because like you mentioned things, but like I don't mean to like spoil things, but like whatever somebody comments, like those things makes me more excited.
Because like there were a lot of comments like, oh, I can't wait for you guys to see like the type of dynamic that Tony and Chris have, and that made me so excited because like it's gonna be an important aspect of the show, which makes me very excited. And also
in general, like about the characters, like I have a feeling everybody likes the characters. Like whenever we mention something like, let's say Carmela, everybody said that she's great. Tony, everybody loves Tony. Chris now, people love Chris. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I mean, everyone enjoys the characters. Like,
and
whether
that's again one of my favorites.
Love them and think they're good people. That's besides the point. But just like
nobody cares about if they're good people,
and they're not. This is the type of show, like what I mean, good people.
Exactly.
Like no, but just
no. We get to love them even if they're not good people.
Yeah.
That part about characters and the dynamics and relationships really makes me exciting. People are like, oh my god, I can't wait for the next episode, and also like the last 2 of the season are really great. And
so like everything is great. That's the whole point. Everything is so good.
And the thing is, it's always hard when we stop.
I know.
It's so fucking hard.
Oh my god, like yesterday I was on Twitter, and Twitter has this new thing where like if you play a video, it like scrolls you to a next video. I don't know.
So boring.
It's so annoying. Like you're not TikTok.
I was about to say that.
Like it's so annoying because like I clicked the video and I wanted to play again because like I didn't see the beginning, but it doesn't play again. It just goes to the next one. I don't care about the next one. Doesn't matter. It's
have nothing to do with the first one.
Literally. But it scrolled and suddenly I see Chris.
Oh my god.
I see Chris, but like exactly from episode 7 with the pigs behind him.
Oh my god.
And like it says something along the lines of like me when 2 of my friends are busy. And just like I guess like kind of contemplating. I scrolled fast because like I was like I don't
interesting.
know.
That's interesting because like,
but I was like what are the chances of this just like coming up now?
Yeah, that's so weird. Honestly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe it came up like before, but I never knew what it was.
You never knew, but like it was even more interesting because like it was the same
was the same fucking scene.
Just watched.
Because I was like, am I imagining things? Because I was editing that episode yesterday. And I'm like, did I just edit too much? Like, am I imagining things? There was no point to this story. I was telling you, like, somehow Chris came to my Twitter. What I also liked, I was reading the comments about Malfi as well. That makes me very...
What comments?
Interesting. About like someone said that potentially, like, she's not giving Tony necessarily the type of therapy that he should need or something like that, you know? Like, that... like, someone said that they think that every psychiatrist would tell her to drop him.
Really?
Yes. And I thought that was so interesting because, like, these are the aspects that, again... I don't understand. I have not studied psychology, whatever. So, like, I don't know what anyone is supposed to do. But I feel like, you know, when I see a psychologist, like, my mind immediately goes to, like, whatever they're doing, it's right. Because, like, I don't know, you know, and they're like...
So it makes sense why they told, like...
Yeah, I found that very interesting, that, like, potentially...
She doesn't want to drop him.
That, like,
but, like, she's drawn to him.
No, but that doesn't mean that she thinks that. It's just, like, that, I don't know, maybe she feels like she could... Like, that she could help him. But like, that's what I said, yeah, no? But that could be... That's, like, that's making it too personal.
Well, that's what I said, like, that she's, like, drawn to him.
Yeah.
There is something about him.
Oh, but that's what I want to say. I don't know if it's, like, maybe, potentially it's about him, but I don't know if it's, like, something that she wants to prove that she can do that. You know what I mean? Like, is it personal about her wanting to prove herself?
Okay, yeah, I didn't
Or
think
is it
that.
personal about, like, being drawn to Tony? Like, those are, let's say, the 2 options.
Yeah, okay, I'm going with the one that, like, I'm more...
No, I know. I was just like thinking, I don't know, like professionally, you know how everyone in what they do and what they love maybe want to be like very good at what they do. And so like I was thinking there's this case in front of her that's like maybe difficult, and
Yeah,
maybe
the
like
thing-
she wants to
yeah.
crack it, you know?
I understand.
Like, I don't know.
I understand. Could be. It's just that like maybe potentially I like more the story where she finds him interesting, just like we do, and like we watch it through her eyes, because like I don't want her to drop him, you know. I want, like, I'm interested in him and I want to explore more about everything and to see if she can help him. Yeah. And like maybe that's how she feels as well, that like there is something, like we said many times, that like he's charming. You know, there is something charming about him, and like even though she understands that he's in this business and that what he does is bad things, like there is something in her that she wants to dig deeper into. Could be, or she could just maybe want to prove and to crack the case. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I like, again, these are all things that we have to uncover as we go. But like that, again, I didn't think that like we were going to get so into her mind as well, which like it just makes it more fascinating to me. Yeah. So I love that. And I love what we found out about Chris as well in the last episode. And I just can't wait to see. Let's play. Let's play. Let's not prolong. Let's play the episode. I'm very, very excited. Because I think this episode is going to be about, like, plot-wise, it's going to be about the rat that we are going to have. And, like, Junior knows now Tony is going to a therapist. So. God. Because fucking Olivia. God, so excited. Honestly, I feel like driving. One day I'm gonna start crying from excitement. I was driving my friends back when we were out, and I was driving also her boyfriend, and he watched Sopranos, and he's trying to make her watch Sopranos, and I was like, I almost crashed. I was like, oh my god, you have to watch it, because like I mean, I watched 8 episodes, but like still.
Say a Hail Mary for your grandfather.
Lay off, he's a kid.
So he should neglect his elders, just like his father.
Yeah, real scamp.
The mental patient.
Remember those trips to the shore? Me and Tony used to ride the waves and taught him how to body surf.
My son was brought up right. He needs a psychiatrist for what? To talk about his sex life?
Enough.
Junior seems like more of a parent than his mother at any point.
It seemed like he was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, now look out!
She's so cute.
What I love so much about them is that they show up for their kids. Yes. Like, they're on the game. That's so cute. And we don't see that very often. No, that's what I mean. Like, they are...
My son's a couch potato.
Hey, Five! You milk car happy?
What's with Allie today? And she's sleepwalking out there.
Yeah, Zebra, I'm talking to you! You blow that whistle one more time, I'm gonna stick up your fucking ass! Get off the field!
What the fuck was that supposed to be now? Like, she's unfocused. I don't know who this girl is, but like, what are we... Do you want to guess what this is? Because it's about to make me uncomfortable. Oh no.
The offer's still there. You want to make a little money. You put some out on the street. At 2 points, we split the interest.
His wife is gonna kill him.
I can't do the math, Tony. I'm an artiste.
What was that thing with the coach?
I don't know.
Is this like a story?
I don't know. We'll see. It just is like, it's not a story that I imagined that they're gonna put in the episode. We have time to talk about in the episode, but like, is this the coach?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I think it's gonna be.
Then I think you have to murder him.
I think you have to murder him.
Anyway, how many chances does a man get to coach his own daughter?
Oh, that's her daughter. That's his daughter. Okay. So sorry. I was not sure what that was.
Okay.
Arthur.
And I've been scraping.
You have.
I could really use your help.
All right, sure. See you later, Coach.
Coach is a bit shocked. Coach is like, okay, I'm leaving here. And I just about accused him of the worst thing he could possibly do. I just did not know it was his daughter. Like why else would you pen on that, you know?
I was confused.
I'd be happy to surrender Mr. Soprano. You can be assured of my full cooperation.
You'd rather they kicked in your front door in the middle of the night? It's a target letter, Corrado.
I wasn't getting anywhere, so I asked him point blank what your status was.
Look, I didn't want to say anything, but this government's case, if there's a leak, it's in Tony's boat.
Oh yeah, they.
Tell me my nephew's in bed with the Justice Department. Just say it.
There's something fucking wrong with that guy. I feel it in my gut. I'm worried about you, Skipper.
Fuck this. I'm going to Boca.
I like Junior.
Your dad makes it seem like this, I don't know, metaphor. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys, where's Al? Al?
Your dad's pretty cool.
Yes,
Her
yeah,
dad.
it's very,
But who's the girl
I think
that
the coach.
scored the goal?
Is that not her? Or is it not the girl?
I thought it was the girl that scored the
Coach is
goal that he looked at.
That's the coach's other. Or is this the coach's other?
Allie, what are you doing?
Her parents split up.
Be-
That's why she spends all her time at our house.
Small cutting is the clinical term.
What's
Oh,
less
yeah,
common,
for harming
RJ in a missing
yourself.
tracksuit?
It's a cry for help.
Because like she said, your dad is cool to the other girl.
Okay.
Tried this before. A couple times. Last week I called you a whore. Might have been overstating the case a little bit.
This is your way of apologizing. If the coach is not her dad, then we're back to the same thing. Because like they were like Meta was talking to the girl on her
But like
left.
I don't recognize any girls.
No, I don't know. But just like I think they said, "What is wrong with Allie, or whatever?" And then the coach was like, "Allie, she's the one that scored,
Okay.
and she's the one that cut herself."
Okay.
Thus, it doesn't seem like that is the
Coach's
coach's
daughter.
daughter, and the coach's
Okay.
daughter is the other girl.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry for speaking over Junior.
Hey, Mama Olivia, how are you? I'll tell you something, Tony. You've always been a fucking genius, but this last one was the best move you ever did. The Fed's never gonna sit there with old folks.
Yeah, I know that's why I got 6 truckloads of bootleg pollen coming in.
Did you get your mother settled into a suite yet?
They're not going to accept it. They want to see my financial statement again.
So the software supply chain coming from Virginia.
This is fine, but if you have a rat in your midst,
Yeah.
then they're gonna know to look here.
Yeah, what do you got?
Coach. What? Finals just.
What the fuck?
I didn't read anything.
What the fuck? What
I
the
didn't
fuck?
read anything off. I don't know what I read. But I started reading from the bottom, from the middle down.
I know
Not
we're
the.
all upset about all that's been going on, but we still have a season left.
You leaving us?
Okay.
For 2 fucking years? Look at my little girl out there. You're breaking her heart.
Believe me, Art. Made an offer I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, well, you haven't heard ours yet. Hey, come on, Sue. Look, buddy, I got a family too. I happen to have a daughter who loves playing soccer very much. I was just kidding about the orphan thing.
Hey, nobody blew a whistle. Let's not get lazy out here. Come on.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Excuse me?
Hey, Nate.
Wait.
This is my field.
Oh my god, girls, what?
Why don't you give me 10 laps around the dolls?
Whatever.
Anybody else want to know?
What do you know? Baby girl, I agree with you. I think you should have said it. I'm not sure, but like, there's only one way this can go.
If only they knew the other side of you.
They'd eat me for breakfast. We're looking at some real estate, some nice houses on the market.
Why the big secret?
Not one.
Oral sex. What's so terrible about pleasing a woman?
Because they think if you suck pussy, you'll suck anything.
Oh, Jim.
It's a sign of weakness, and possibly a sign that you're a fanook.
How would the two even translate?
What logic? Wow.
What are you gonna do? I don't make the rules.
Why does your wife hate me?
Charmaine doesn't hate you.
You lie like I played a French horn. Look at this fucking Svachim over here. We're gonna cap at a nice restaurant like this.
That burns my ass. Where you going?
It's my hat. I'll wear it where I want.
It's just a hat.
God.
He has issues.
You wonder why his wife hates you. No, she doesn't have any reason at all.
Good for you.
Look who's here. Hi.
Alphonse.
Girl, do you maybe want to like talk to an
Allie.
adult?
Feel bad?
Yeah. I'm gonna play.
No shit. Pardon my French there.
Are you sure, Allie? Yeah, I had a long talk with Coach Hauser, and I'm gonna play. That's all. I told her she didn't have to.
Just said she wanted to.
Coach pressure you, Allie? No, Mrs. Soprano. He would never do anything like that.
What the hell's he gonna pressure her? Didn't have to call you to stick around and finish what he started.
Dad,
What?
as long as everything's, like we're trying to watch this, guys, okay?
Kick-ass girls, right?
Carmela's so sweet.
Meadow.
Meadow, girl, there are some things that I think you should speak to adults about. And like still be a good friend. But like sometimes you just have to say things. Am I supposed to be suspicious of her? You know what I mean?
In which way?
I don't know. Every time I'm like, is it another way to control him? Is she...
Yeah, but like suspicious if she wants to control him. That's not, you know what I mean?
And like that she's with someone wanting to control him. You know what I mean?
Are you the coach? Yes. What the fuck do you
I'm
want?
looking for
This
Coach
is
Townsend.
driving.
Brand new, surround sound,
15.
HD TV compressed.
Tell him thanks.
Hey, this fucker's getting heavy here.
I don't think you quite understand.
Oh, I understand, all right, only too well. You tell your friends I know all about.
If you did, you'd do what they want.
Is that a threat? How quickly things change. Let me tell you something, Guido.
My name is Clarence.
I have friends in law enforcement,
Clarence.
and they would call this extortion.
You tell those assholes Don Hauser will not be intimidated. I go where I want to, when I want to.
God.
If you're doing what I think you're doing, I hope the only thing you're going to is
You
jail.
are so lucky with this guy. You have no
I mean, something's
idea.
happening. I just don't know what.
Yeah.
I wish I could get Lou to be like him.
See, interesting. Like we're following her now. Like
That photo looks good. I mean, I don't understand why I always have to ask him for oral sex. Not like you and your Corrado. Just, you're lucky, that's all.
You gonna come to the big game? Okay. What kind?
This Meadow soccer team is going to the sectionals.
Nobody tells me anything.
Did anybody hear me just tell my mother about the game?
Anybody think of anything else to talk about except soccer?
Why, girl?
Alright.
Open your mouth then and say
Uncle
something
June, how
else.
was Boca?
I don't go down enough.
That's not what I heard.
About what?
I don't go down enough.
Nothing, I'm sorry. I don't know what I
Last night, my Bobby was in live piranha.
You believe
Oh, was she on the?
That woman is not your aunt.
Bobby's a sweet, sweet girl.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, what did I say?
Did she hear at her nail salon?
Wife of yours.
No, I don't, because I quit.
You quit. What are you talking about? With Allie back, you can go to the state.
Baby
That's
girl.
your wrists, and all you can think about is a game.
It wasn't like freaking Cobain. It was just a little suicidal gesture, that's all.
I'll let her go. Go ahead, honey.
Mom!
One time I had the grandmother around and you score some
Really not funny.
She is at some point.
I will not eat in this house.
Tell me about Uncle June.
No, stop it! Stop it! I can't!
You can. I know you want it.
I know you want.
Gabby Dante's cousin and Bobby go to the same nail parlor.
Yes.
And your uncle... No, I shouldn't say.
Come on,
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Is that big of
I
a deal?
can't
Like,
believe that, but like they're funny, but like
Well, your uncle has acquired a taste for her.
Uncle June gives head. Oh my God, if this ever gets out.
Like you do it for any of your
I was gonna say, are you not? Are you not?
What goes on in this bedroom stays here, and you know that.
Once a year, I can resist the urge to gossip.
Your friend sent some wayos down there with a stolen TV set to try and bribe the coach. From your friends at Bada Bing.
As if a TV set is gonna get somewhere with a man like Coach Hauser.
Arthur, do you honestly believe that they're gonna stop there? They tried bribing this man. What's next?
Always with the extreme scenarios.
No, come on, Arthur, tell me, what's next? You grew up in the neighborhood.
she's the only reasonable.
She is literally the only sane one.
Is capable of.
She doesn't like. She does not want anything to do with
Find
it.
your dog.
Found your dog. They're sending Chris.
What?
Oh my god.
No, you're mistaken. My dog's upstairs.
Golden Retriever?
He is our dog.
Terrifying.
I thought he was locked in.
Yeah, come get him. We won't want Petey to get hit by a car.
This is like you look like a soccer coach in high school.
Yeah, terrifying. Found a better job.
I would stay where I am. You don't even have to bribe me. You're scary
This is
enough.
threatening now.
What, no reward? Just kidding. I'm an animal lover.
See, if they can get your dog, they can get your family, anybody.
Point is, he's gonna stick around and finish what he started with the girls, that's all. That's it.
And she's like,
She wants him to
Did I
leave.
tell
more
you?
still, yeah.
Baby girl, are you gonna say something?
Talk now.
Because your dad can make him fucking go away.
Because you got people all around you trying to help you, all you do is bitch and moan.
Coach Hauser had sex with Allie.
What?
That's why she cut herself. That's why I've been practically living at her house.
Maybe. With Allie?
Meadow, this is horrible. This is also a very serious accusation. What exactly did Allie say?
That they had sex more than once. That she's not a virgin anymore.
Allie's a very pretty girl. Maybe there was some confusion. Maybe she wanted to look like she was sophisticated in you guys' eyes.
Dad.
What?
Tony, what if this had been Meadow? What kind of confusion? A girl that age? The coach should not have been in any position where there's even a remote possibility of confusion.
I'm losing my fucking mind here.
You have completely.
Jesus fucking Christ!
He's too good of a coach. So this cannot be happening to me.
Mom, I only told her he wouldn't make Coach Hauser stay here. Mom, she's in love with him, but he won't leave his wife.
Leave his wife. Meadow.
Get the
She
police
should,
involved.
she should go to jail!
Chris, go with a gun!
But what about Dina? If she finds out about her father, it'll totally destroy her life. Just tell Dad to let him go anywhere he wants, okay?
He's just gonna do that to some other girl.
God.
No hired help. This is personal. Very glad to hear you say that. I'll give him a real after-school special.
He fucked little Allie Vandermeed, and who knows who else he fucked. It's crazy. That's why that kid slit her wrist, you stonard. And my daughter should know this shit? My daughter should have to think about that filth? No. No. That self-righteous prick put his dick in my little girl's soccer teammate. Degenerate son of a bitch. He deserves to die. Betraying children?
Buddy, believe me, he ain't gonna be doing that shit no more.
Oh my god, they're gonna cut off his dick. I'm all for it. In this case, I'll be like, every time I'm like, call the police, but like, that's what I mean. They would have nothing, like he would
I just wanted to be on the safe side.
do nothing.
I mean,
He would get
I
nothing.
feel like especially this time.
And where else would he be going where it requires such precautions? And what the fuck else would be the big secret?
What am I, a Swami? Will you let the man tee you off? You got worse than 6 bobbers. If you'd have shut up doing that game against Mountain Lakes, you wouldn't have missed that fucking fly ball. I was ashamed to face my friends.
Oh, he played.
Good, Mike. Better. What do you mean?
Oh.
Better.
Oh, that really hit him.
Uncle June's in a muff.
What?
Oh, did I say muff? I meant rough. What's that smell? Did you guys go to a sushi bar?
The fuck's he talking about?
I thought you were a bacala man, Uncle June. What are you doing eating sushi?
You fucking run off at the mouth, you know that?
South of the border, down Mexico way.
Hey, listen, my friend. At least I can deal with my own problems. Unlike some I know.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take it however you want.
South of the border, where the tuna fish play.
This is the most ridiculous call out for someone I have heard in my life. I feel like you should plaster that as a plus for Uncle Junior. Like, this is the most ridiculous.
Definitely unable to deal. Lousy bastard. He's not gonna get away with this.
Got that right.
What? Your mobster friend gonna do something crazy?
He's gonna be like, hopefully.
If I had any balls, I would do it myself.
Arthur, you do have balls. That's why you're not like him.
Fuck it.
Artie, this isn't making some slob take his hat off. This is beating a man to death or cutting his balls off or what?
You can't tell me that Coach Hauser doesn't deserve it.
Okay, but
Who's worse, Tony Soprano or that child molesting fuck? I'd like to rip his heart out of his chest.
Jesus Christ, Arthur, I cannot believe you only think about yourself.
Myself?
I'm sick and tired of having to make excuses for him all the time.
It isn't right.
Because he's a fucking mental weakling.
I know.
You don't know shit, Mikey. He's seeing a psychiatrist, for Christ's sake. How about that, huh? Do you remember those 2 fucking Escobedo brothers who over to fucking California? They whacked their parents? The shriek was in a fucking witness chair.
Shit.
Anthony wants to play games, okay? I taught him games.
You talking about clipping him?
Nobody would slap my wrist if I did.
This guy's in prison that have done half the damage this prick has.
The judicial system has gotten much better in dealing with sexual predators.
Oh, yeah. Let's impeach him.
If you're telling me of intent to harm this person, I must warn you of my duty to alert law enforcement.
I don't know why I tell you anything.
I'm interested in why you feel punishing this man falls upon you.
You'd call the cops. We'll get some judge. We'll give him psychiatric counseling. So maybe he can talk about his unhappy childhood. and we can have sympathy for the fuck. Because he's the real victim here, right?
Why do you think you, Anthony Soprano, always has to set things right?
I'm savoring the moment.
You gotta call it off.
All right, don't worry about it. You got nothing to do with it. You don't go nowhere near this.
I don't care about that. It's wrong, Tony. You can't do it.
It's wrong.
You don't think I want to rip him apart like a fucking chicken? I drove by his house. I almost got out. Something happens to him. Who's it gonna help? Huh? His daughter? That girl? No. You, Tony. And Silvio, and me, and whoever. It's just gonna make us feel better. So don't even think about calling this justice. Leave it to the cops.
Who the fuck do you think you are coming in here talking to me like this? Now your boyfriend is finished. You deal with it.
Tony, don't do it. This is me asking.
Why don't you get the fuck out of here?
You usually call me when you're this late. I bought us some barbecue chicken, some salad, and
Is it
some
gonna be because she
lemon
spoke?
pie.
Did I tell you to keep your mouth shut?
What?
Did I tell you to keep your goddamn mouth shut?
No, Corrado, don't hit me!
Get your pencils and your crap and the rest of your shit. And don't be here tomorrow.
I love you.
Because of people gossiping. Because of what other people think.
Walk away. Just fucking walk away. Don't do it.
Fuck.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, no problem.
Lynn, we are here live as colleagues and neighbors were shocked to hear of charges brought against Donald Hauser, coach of the Bourbon Day High School girls soccer team.
Oh my god.
In my hometown.
Tony, Jesus.
Where I live. I didn't hurt nobody. Oh, shrink. Tell the town's gonna go to fucking bonus.
Please not that. Please not
It's
that.
so
Please not that.
it's
Please not that. I can't watch this anymore.
Why don't we just play the next episode?
Let's play the next episode. I cannot do this
This
anymore.
is so ridiculous.
I cannot fucking do this
This
anymore.
is
I
so,
cannot
like,
fucking
why are
do
my
this.
eyes
Like, I
watering
cannot
because
fucking
this
do
is over? This
anymore.
makes zero sense. This is so good. I don't know what to do.
It's just the feeling that it brings me. Like the whole
It's not like it's
episode-
not like something spectacular happened, you know what I mean? But just
Nothing.
like just as a whole.
Just I enjoyed too much. I enjoyed too much, and then it ends. So a torture.
So?
A torture.
Oh, finishing.
This is a torture.
I think we need to we need to take a break after we finish filming this, just so that we can accept that we cannot watch the next episode.
Yes.
Just so that we can
Because today we
accept that, talk about this, and move on.
But like the torture is talking about it when you know that like
You can't watch the next one.
You have nothing to look for.
Look forward to.
Look forward to.
Are you not excited about my word?
No. I thought you were gonna
that's just rude.
say, are you not excited about every other show that we watch that I am excited about? But like, again, somehow when you watch this show, you just want to continue and nothing else makes you happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's similar with every other show. But like with this one, I don't know if it's because it lasts, in my opinion, short. So like you just get into the episode, you just get to enjoy it, you know, and then it stops. If every time it finishes, I cannot believe. Not many things happen. I don't know how to explain that. Like not, even though a lot happens, but like
a lot of things happen, but like
not. I have a feeling when I'm watching some other shows, like even if there are 20 minutes, I have a feeling the more I think happen than this show. You know what I mean?
This is a great episode. This is so good.
What can I tell you? I really like the topics. At first, it film before. Like,
oh yeah, 99. I
it's
think.
from a different time, in my opinion. You can really feel it in some things, you know?
Yeah.
In some discussions, in some topics, you can really
some
feel
comments.
Yeah,
but like, I mean, I feel like the comments that they make at some points, like, are similar to the comments I think they would make today, like these types of people, you know, like in the mob. I feel like those are still type. Yeah, I
think they don't go down on their wives?
No. I was like thinking more of like homophobic ones, being like basically if you go down, that makes you gay, even though like the correlation to those things is ridiculous. You know, like we can all stand here and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like everything in their lives, like this is a constant thing. Like they're about a therapy. Like you cannot be anything that makes you appear weak. You cannot approach. Like that is a thing that you know, is prevalent in men in general. Like seeing emotions and having emotions that being seen as weak, which is a very big, like it's a very big problem that really takes a toll on the mental health. Like specifically for men, there is, I guess, a certain expectation that you are brought up with, you know, with being a guy, with having emotions, with like, God, if you cry and you're a man, it's like, oh my God, you know, like it is an issue today even.
I think it so is, as well. Yeah.
I'm sure it was an even bigger issue then.
Yeah.
But especially if you're in the line of work that they're in the mob, you know, so like. Everything that you do is, let's say, scrutinized, and you have to be a certain way. And so, like, God forbid you talk about your mental health. Like we had this in the previous episode with Chris and Tony. Yeah. Like both of them clearly struggling with some things, and both of them saying like, I am not a mental patient. I don't fucking know. Like they downplay it because they have to not appear that way. Like no one is fucking talking about seeking help for your mental state, you know, which is like the most sane thing that you can do when you're suffering with something. And so like
Tony
everything
had to come to a point where he's passing out because of his anxiety to go to the therapist, you know, to even think about going to the therapist.
Yeah, like it was
like even like he's even ashamed of that,
I mean, there was an episode where like one of his guys that he works with was like going to the teeth doctor.
Yeah,
what is it called? Dentist. Teeth doctor. Yeah, like he was, you know, there's a certain stigma and shame that in his mind happens with that, and like that happens with every single guy that we have in this show, like with Chris, with Tony, with Junior. Like he was so ashamed basically to be seen as I don't know what for going down on his girlfriend, like as weak. Again, like it doesn't compute in my mind how they like it's just like I don't even understand. But like okay, like they are so preoccupied with their image that like it's eating them alive and it's making them not good people. I think it's been a constant theme throughout the show, and like I think it's a theme with Tony's character, and like having these, let's say, expectations on him, but like thinking that he is also a different guy. Like in his mind, I think he believes that he is one way, and on the outside he has to come out as a different type of guy.
I think so, definitely.
Like I mean, Melf even said like, why is it on you? Like why do you have to be the one that like does this?
Yeah, but no, I definitely think he wants other people to portray him in different light, to see him in different light. I mean, we had it during this whole show so far.
Yeah, but I just, again, every time it's more and more fascinating. It's just like with different things that happen throughout the episode. Like in this example, it was a thing with the coach.
Yeah.
Where he, let's say, took it upon himself. It was like they were paralleling that to the scene in the restaurant, just like this minuscule thing about like this guy had a hat on in this very clearly fancy restaurant that like didn't seem like the place where you, let's say, should go dressed like that or whatever. And like Arthur was even saying that like this guy's annoying him. I'm sure other people also thought about that, but like no one said anything. And here's Tony getting up and being like, take the hat off.
basically.
Yeah, like, why are you the one that is gonna go and do that? Like, why do you take that upon yourself? Why do you think you're the one that has to...
Why do you think that you're the one, depends on the situation, who is the one who gets to decide?
Yeah.
I really didn't know where
the judge.
where the story is gonna go with not the girl, but like with
The
their
coach?
reaction, to the coach. How they're gonna how each of them are gonna react and what they're gonna do.
I did think that all of them are gonna want to kill him.
I think that as well.
Yeah, I thought they were, because like they all have daughters apparently,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
like if anything else,
I just didn't
they
know
would
if
be
they would
outraged for
to
their
do
daughters. If they should do that?
No, if they would to do that. That was the part that like I wasn't sure.
I think by the end of this episode, like when it started happening, like before we got confirmed that the coach was actually like a
pedophile.
Yeah. I was like sexual, child abuser. I was like choosing a word. Basically,
you have so
like
many of them
monster.
to choose.
I can go with monster. Before we got that confirmation, and I just like thought that's where we're gonna go with the story. I thought that we're gonna see this man die.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that's where we're gonna go, but like as the episode progressed and they found this out and they made it a point of talking about should that be done or whatever. At that point I thought that he was not gonna do it, especially when Arthur spoke to him. I thought that he was not gonna do it.
When I changed my mind was the moment when he kicked Arthur out of the office.
Yeah.
That was the moment where I thought, oh, he changed it. He's not gonna be able now.
Yeah. I thought like his reaction to that was very interesting after he didn't do it. Like after he stopped himself and didn't do maybe what was expected of him. That he was like, he got drunk and like he in a way proudly said like, I didn't hurt him. It's so interesting to me that he had that reaction to the fact that he like, let's say, did something that was, I guess, the right thing to do in a way.
He did to the fact that he didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah,
because he does. He does, and the thing is, we saw him take pleasure in it sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
It's like the fact that like he's now took the time, thought about it, and decided not to do it.
I think like for him,
it's very interesting in my opinion.
I think maybe for him, it felt like maybe he got some type of, he got maybe elated at the fact that he is not the guy. He's not that guy that is like that tree rotting inside. Again, because like there's a certain way that I think he, let's say, sees himself like deep down who he is. That like he is the guy that didn't hurt someone. Because again, how he is in this whole business, how he became to be this guy is that to an extent he was born into it. And then again, he made his choices along the way to continue doing this. I think he always has this in his mind that like he is not that guy, like that he is...
I mean, he blames his mom.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't want to be that. Like again,
yeah, he doesn't want to.
Just because the way he portrays himself in front of his children.
Yeah.
Like I think he wants Meadow to think that he is a good guy. For Meadow to think that he needs to do good things. He can't hurt people.
Like he wants to think of himself like in a better, like he is a mob boss.
He's proud that like he did something good.
Yeah.
In this scenario.
Yeah. Like I think he wants to see again his actions as actually being good, like in the sense of like he's gonna be like, well, the government also gives you loans that you have to pay back to them. Like why am I different? You know, that's just the way that he wants to look at things, even though like that is not really how the things are. Like you're not the good guy.
Of course, as long as he does things that he does.
Again, he's just trying to convince himself like, because this is the path that he chose, but like he cannot really, which is, I think he is very pitiful in that sense, but it does make you feel bad for him, knowing how he grew up, knowing who his parents were, knowing what was expected of him, let's say, growing up, and that he could not get out of that situation. Like it's sad that it came to that, but like we are where we are and he is who he is. That's what makes him very fascinating to me.
I think the whole story and makes him very interesting.
Yeah.
Like his choices, how he feels about things, the fact that like he blames his parents. I don't know, it's just so very interesting in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering where the story for him is gonna continue. Like that is the part. Like I don't think I have ever watched. I'm pretty confident we have not watched a character like his.
Yeah.
He's doing wrong things.
Yeah.
Sometimes he thinks he's doing them for the right reasons.
Yeah.
He knows that they are wrong because like he doesn't want his children to find out about them. Because he wants them to see as a good guy. Now he's very proud that he did one right thing where he didn't hurt a person.
Yeah.
It was very interesting seeing how he felt when Arthur came to him and talked about how that's not the right thing to do, you know?
Yeah.
Even though, again, I think he wanted to hurt the guy.
Yeah.
Because the guy what he did was horrifying. You know?
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing where like we watched many shows and there was many these types of characters, and every time, always I'm gonna say out loud, murder them, kill them. I don't actually mean it. You are not human if you don't look at someone like abusing kids in any capacity and not want them murdered. Like they don't deserve the air they breathe. At the same time, there is a certain thing that we live in a society and you have to preserve your morals. Like there has to be a right way to do things, even though that like sometimes it doesn't feel like justice to you, but like you have to, yeah, like that's what there's judges. That's why it's not gonna be like, oh, leave the punishment up for the family. If we go down that route, like in the type of like vigilante justice, we are gonna end up in scary fucking places. I always think back on the White Bear episode from Black Mirror. Sometimes you just gotta let things go the way that they are supposed to go by law. Yes, even though law lets you down as well.
Many times.
A lot of the times, especially if we're talking about sexual abuse, if we're talking about rape cases.
Yeah.
In those cases, it, like statistically, more often than not,
that's why I think it's so hard.
That's
in
that's the
type
thing,
of situation, you know.
That's the thing. Like for other situations, like maybe it's not gonna, but like for others, like I don't want this girl. I just like even thinking about this girl having to sit there with like police and them even thinking about broaching that subject with her being like talking about her involvement in this. Like I'm
very sensitive to this type of subjects.
No, me too. Honestly, because like I'm like, yes, cut off his dick and burn him on the town square. Like I don't care, you know. But like every time I have to catch myself. Like if you really ask me what exactly should be done, like we should not be barbarians. At the same time,
I know
I would want to murder them.
And the thing is, like, I do believe that, like, I would not feel bad.
No,
like,
I would not.
Like, I would be able to sit here and watch them beat him to death.
If Allie wanted to murder him or whatever, it'd be like, go fucking right ahead. Yeah. Go right ahead. I'm saying absolutely nothing. Even they were correct when they were talking about in this episode, like when Arthur's wife was telling him, you only think about yourself, because he's like, I'm so angry and so want to retaliate against this guy. Like,
yeah, true.
All of them were thinking about their own anger.
Yeah.
Like, there was not much discussion about Allie and like what Allie needs, what would be best for her, and like how to support her. Like, I think in these moments, rather than, even though of course you're gonna be fucking angry, it's only human, there should also be talks about how to help her get through this, like how to help her, like, because like she thinks that she's like in love with him or whatever. Like, we need to get her help. Like, that's where everyone's primary focus should be, while letting the law handle him, if the law is hopefully gonna be just, you know, like that is the best case scenario, you know. Just like everyone was too focused on their own anger when it's not about you. Like, Arthur's wife is the sanest person in the show. Like, continuously the sanest person in the show. They were very right about that, and I think Arthur had also the most human response, being that's like, I want him fucking dead.
Yeah.
But when it comes to it, he went to Tony and he told him, you shouldn't do it.
I mean, first, when it comes to it, he wasn't the one who would have done something like that.
Yeah.
Because he's not that person.
Yeah.
But like, he knew that Tony is that person.
Yeah.
So like, if you're ever gonna hurt a person, who is better than him?
Literally.
You know, like, if you're hurting somebody because he owes you money, this one raped a girl, you know?
Yeah.
16-year-old or whatever, you know. So like to me, it like I understand artists at that point.
Oh, absolutely. I think
point
he
of view,
reacted
like,
how
he
everyone would react.
Yeah.
Like it made complete sense.
But like I completely agree with you that nobody talked about the girl. Like even in some situations, they like they knew that how wrong it is, especially because they have daughters. Like Artie was first shocked, and then he thought, oh, what like he brought my daughter home at some point, you know. Like they were also talking about how their daughters could, like how it could have happened to their children as well.
Yeah.
You know, and that got them even more riled up
because
and
I'm just like thinking, I'm wondering how differently they would have reacted if, for example, this was a coach that coached both, like maybe he didn't even coach, like he coached the guys football club. They had their sons in it, and he raped a girl that was like not in this team, and they don't have daughters. Like, I sometimes wonder what their reaction would be like then. It's very dishonest to me when you have to humanize a victim to someone by being like, what if this was your sister?
I
what
have
if
a
this
feeling
was
that
your...
like it was done in this episode purposely, that they have like
daughters.
even first Tony's reaction, and then Carmel was like, that could have been Meadow.
Yeah, like you need to...
It felt at some moment that they said some things. They needed to connect to their children so that
because
they would be able to understand.
All of them had said something about their daughters.
All of them. Nobody talked about that.
There was like literally no one that didn't mention that, like, what if that was my kid? That's where that anger stemmed from, even though like...
But they did say at some point like he's gonna do it to others as well.
Yeah, correct. It's just like that I wonder, like, was that intentional?
I think definitely
like
it was intentional.
How different this would have been if they didn't have daughters, because
it felt that like it was unintentional, because like I was really listening to see how they're gonna react, you know, and like I was thinking if they're gonna be like, oh, he heard the daughter, I want to, you know, but like I have a feeling every time like when a new person found out what happened, that person connected to his child. I mean, which is understandable, but at the same time, I was wondering
if that's a topic.
Yeah.
Because like I think people do that specifically when it comes to cases like rape.
I think so.
Like every time you're gonna see a comment, imagine if this was your daughter or mother or sister or like, why do you need to? Like, isn't it just enough that it was someone? Isn't it just enough that it was like someone innocent that like got harmed? Like, why do you need to connect this to your personal life for you to care? But it makes sense for them. They do the business they do. Like, there is a certain type of morality that they, let's say, lack.
I mean, definitely.
So like, I don't know, it's just a very interesting topic that they did this episode like around. I really love it. Like I love so far how every episode tackles a different type of subject.
Completely.
It makes it easier to understand them, like know who you are watching.
Yeah.
Like when you get these types of episodes, see how they react over certain things. What I loved, like a small bit that I loved about Arthur's wife, I don't know her name, but like he said something along the lines of like, basically, I hate this guy, but I don't have the balls or whatever. Like Tony's gonna do something, and she said something along the lines of like, that's exactly why you have balls, because you're not gonna do it. Yeah. I love that because like I appreciate there being positive reinforcements about a guy not choosing the violent path. Not being like, oh, he has balls because he's gonna go beat up this guy. That she said that you're better because you're not gonna go do that. Like, you're not gonna let your just emotions take the better of you.
No,
and do something
really,
just because you feel.
I really love that, but like I have that feeling how like that like Arthur is in some ways like his like Tony's moral compass. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like he's not gonna do things because Arthur thinks that like he shouldn't. It's not like that. Like what he does for business, he does for business. Arthur has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But like in this situation, the reason why he decided in that moment not to go down the path that he planned to go down is because Arthur was the one who came to him and told him that like it's not right. And that is why I think we saw him afterwards very happy. You know, because he knows that like,
because Arthur is not a part of this business.
No, it's not. But like it's his one of his best friends.
Yeah,
which is very fucking interesting in my opinion.
And he constantly is trying to make him, in a way, enter the business. Not like enter it, but just like,
yes, helps him to bring more money.
And I wonder like if he does that as well, because like if someone like Arthur is in this with him, then that like
he collapses and
then like that, and Arthur seems like a very good guy. And if he is also in this business, that like reaffirms Tony's position that he is not the bad guy.
Yeah, that like that
because like we'll see someone like Arthur is also here.
Yeah,
like,
what he does is not that morally wrong.
Yeah.
So like if he accepts it, then like he's fine in some ways. Like I said, I think he sees him as some morally good guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's very interesting in my opinion.
And like he's like, why does your wife hate me? Tony, I wonder why. Like I really want
because
like
you came to
wife,
bribe a fucking coach.
Like his
and
wife,
afterwards you sent a guy to threaten him.
Like his wife does not
not
allow him to be friends with you. But she does not want him to have any type of monetary gain from fucking mob. A shocking thing. Imagine. I don't want you to get money from the mob.
How fucking interesting. I'm also wondering about that relationship between Tony and Arthur and where it's gonna lead.
I
is it gonna end and that
I feel like it might, because like I don't want Arthur to enter this. Like I really think he is a very decent guy, and like his wife seems like she's correct in everything that she says. Like I have nothing to tell you about that, and so like I don't want them to fall into that life when they don't need to. Like I don't want Tony to drag them down, and so like maybe Arthur at some point finds out about his restaurant, and that is what's the breaking point between the two of them.
Yeah.
And like maybe,
or he finds out something that like Tony did.
Well, yeah, basically whatever. But like you said, if he is his moral compass and like he loses him, let's say, I really wonder what that would do to Tony. Exactly. I think that could be very dangerous.
That's why I think, again, because I think things like this are interesting to see him choose something to do something good. Yeah. It's like maybe therapy, maybe somebody who he has next to him, like Arthur, is still like can help him do something good. Maybe he's gonna want his children to, because he wants his children to see him in a good light, in a different light, better light. So maybe he's gonna do something for that, you know, whichever. Like I feel like things can help him in some ways. Yeah. But like I don't think his character. I think his character is gonna be like this.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. You know, constantly throughout the show, and at the end, I think it's not gonna be very good. Actually, I think I would expect Arthur at some point, if he finds out about the restaurant potentially, or about Tony murdering some guy, especially if it wasn't, I'm not gonna say for nothing, but like, you know, in these types of business. Yeah. They murder them left and right. Yeah. You know, and he doesn't want associates with him anymore. Yeah. You know, I think that would do a lot for Tony. I think that would break him in an interesting way.
No, I mean he is just so fascinating, and that like him wanting to be a good guy and actually just like still not being able to be that. Like you see that in small things, like how he interacts with people that he loves. Like he is a very loving and can snap like this. Like he loves Chris, and at the same time he's gonna like punch him in the car, you know what I mean? Like both of those things exist at the same time, you know. It's just like it's who he is.
And he's violent.
He's very violent.
Even in the scene with Arthur,
like half the time I don't know if he's gonna hit someone, you know?
Even in the scene with Arthur, I got scared for a second. Yeah. And I can't tell you what I thought he was gonna do. Yeah. If he's gonna punch him or not or whatever, you know?
I literally couldn't tell you.
Because like he gets very fucking violent.
Yeah. And just that like is that part of him that just like that exists within him that like he does not like, but he is that. He does it. But now at the end he chose the not violent path, which is a thing to celebrate.
Him and Carmela are very
they're so ridiculous. I just love it, like Carmela in that scene.
So cute.
She is so, I adore her. She like when she's like talking to the girls and like just like asking them about the coach, and just like, you know, she does not care if they continue playing football. No. She's literally like, if you want, like, is everything okay? Like she's very nurturing. Yeah. Like she's a mom.
She's adorable.
She's so sweet. Yeah. So just like I love her in so many moments, and then like there's that like the whole family is somehow like ridiculous. Like literally they're so ridiculous, all of them, but like when she was snickering at the table because of Junior. Like,
I don't go very down or south what he said. And she was
you
like,
go down there a lot.
That's not what I heard.
Died. She died laughing. Like Bobby is sweet. She did not know how to contain herself.
No, she was.
But
like even the conversation with Tony, with how
she was like,
gossiped.
I'm not gonna tell you. Of course you're gonna tell him. Who are you gonna fucking gossip with? I'm not your husband next to you. Like, what?
I don't know, it was adorable.
But I thought it was interesting, the whole Junior and Tony. I think their relationship is also very fascinating to me because like he seems like more of a parent than like Tony's mom and Tony's dad as well. We didn't see really in the flashback that we have, it didn't seem like he was necessarily a father.
Yeah.
And Junior taught him, he said that he taught him baseball and everything. And we know that Tony played. And Junior said something.
Some comment, yeah.
Yeah, made some comment about like, because you were talking, you missed I guess he missed a hit. I don't fucking know. Maybe they lost, whatever. But like Junior said that he was so embarrassed, basically, he like then couldn't talk to his friends because like Tony did this, and like Tony's whole demeanor in that moment like completely changed. Like you saw how that really hit him, what Junior said about him like when he was playing baseball. I don't know if they like like I don't know if that reaffirms like Tony like not being good at something and thus being a disappointment or whatever, but like that was the point that he started talking about like what he overheard about him, and at that point also Junior retaliated with talking about the psychologist, because until then he did not say anything. He did not say anything to the guy next to him.
He did at the end to Mike.
Yeah, after that he did, but like before that, let's say he didn't say anything, even though I was gonna say that because like the guy was talking about like where is he sneaking off, like there's something that where he goes where we know like it's a psychologist, and Junior is not saying anything. Like he is let's say hiding his secret or whatever. I mean, this is secret, and Junior does think it's embarrassing
secret, yeah.
It's
humiliating.
But he didn't say it until Tony humiliated him and like made him cut off his girlfriend of 16 years. Like this is the most ridiculous thing, because like he goes down on her. This is the most ridiculous thing.
I cannot believe that.
Like my mind doesn't comprehend it. Like I understand what they mean, but I don't. Like I cannot believe that. Like it's embarrassing. He goes down on his girlfriend.
But the way that they're talking about later about psychiatrist, how she can go on court, how God knows what he's telling to her.
But like I don't think still you can testify. I don't know. I think certain you can be brought in to testify as a psychologist, but I don't know how much you can say because of doctor-patient confidentiality.
It's important what they think. You know what?
The mom?
Because like exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean what the mom?
Like
I
what
was just, like,
we
thinking law.
what we think it's important. I think more important is what they think, because like they said she can testify against mob, against their whole business if Tony is talking about it.
Yeah.
Because they know the case where a psychologist was brought into the testify.
Yeah. I mean, again, Tony's not really saying anything. Like there's things being said in the
because like
between
even
the lines, but like nothing. There's nothing that she could really say, you know. But like it doesn't really matter because of how it looks to the mob.
Yeah.
And Junior basically,
because this is scary now.
Yeah, because like now I think he is so angry that like they're talking about clipping Tony, but like I don't think he would actually go through with it. I just think he was very angry at that point. He was like, well, no one would blame me if I did. I don't think he would.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't know, I just thought
but like I didn't think that he would say that to this guy, to Mike as well, and he did so.
After the whole thing that like Tony did that like embarrassed him or whatever, like I thought he was gonna say it because he wanted the spotlight
on Tony.
Yeah, and not on him, because he goes down on his girlfriend.
That is embarrassing.
The most embarrassing thing, like I didn't even understand what we were talking about. I was like, when that scene was going, I was like trying to think about like if the woman is somehow like an informant, or like if she is working with someone, because like I could not understand like why this would be a deal. You know what I mean? So I was like, there's something behind this. I could not understand why this would be a thing. They
don't want to think he could be gay, you know?
Because going down on your woman is you being gay. How interesting. And for Carmela, it's once in a year. You just like...
My poor girl.
Divorce, babe. Divorce. It's so good.
Okay, guys.
That's it. We can't play the next episode. How much we want to.
I hate my life right now, honestly. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.